blessed be. Today is March 28th, and it is National Weed Appreciation Day. Not that kind of weed. That's next month. But in regards to National Weed Appreciation Day, this is, the random plants out in your yard. I'm an advocate for the dandelion. They are some of the first food for the bees. So I don't really recommend spraying your lawn for dandelions. They're actually kind of important. The other thing I do with common weeds is a lot of them are actually edible. The one that when it grows within my garden, even though it's not part of what I planted, I will actually harvest one of the weeds called purslane. And I've turned that into a pesto. Just to kind of include it with any regular pesto recipe, and it just adds into it. So, appreciate your weeds. Today, for work, I do not have good news about my conundrum with the action macros. I did go through and I tried messing with the custom tab I had made for my custom workspace, and it didn't matter what I messed with, the results didn't change. By the time I'd close the drawing, open it back up, it still wouldn't load the macros. So I am back to square one with that. I'm thinking about just deleting them all, both the workspace, that custom tab, and just kind of finding another tutorial and step by step stepping it through, because it just seems like it's a linking problem. These macros exist in the drafting and annotation workspace, the default AutoCAD workspace. But there's a problem in what I create for the workspace. So, must be doing something wrong with that step. So, step back 10, punt. We'll see how that goes. Try that another day. The other thing that I noticed today, this is not a day for wins, is I'm setting up a new template, and I like using named views to maneuver myself around in model space. And with this template, it's a pretty simple one, and I only have two. And what I wanted it to do was to select the named view, zoom in, and it changes the layer to what I would want you to be in that space. Like one is a section where we insert a table. So I wanted the layer to automatically switch to table. And then the same thing for the other one, which is where the floor plan will go. So then if you named view to there, it would switch your layer to the XREF layer. And I seem to get it to work, but there's a little hiccup. When you move to the layers, after say you've added in the XREF, and so your XREF brings in more layers, and then if you switch named views, it freezes or turns off. Actually, I'm not real sure what it's doing. I think it's freezing them, but it just all your new layers whenever you switch named views. I tried to override it in the named view manager and set it up to where they were turned on, but I mean, these are layers you're not going to know until they get brought in new. So I tried looking on forums. Anything that I found that even addressed this didn't have an answer. It was all old questions. Really disappointing search within the forums. So I turned off, which I thought I had it off, the layer snapshot. I do know that's a factor in this. But the layer snapshot being on is what allowed me to get the layer I want it to turn on when you went to that named view. So to prevent layers from all new layers from being turned off, I turned that feature off in the manager. So kind of lost the little fun functionality of automatically switching to the layer I wanted. Not that big of a deal, just kind of a bummer. If there's anybody's ever figured that out, that'd be cool to know. But as of now, I don't know if I'll go back to that to try to get that feature to work, because I didn't find anything online. And well, who else do you talk to? I literally am talking to my computer. So that's it for today. Better luck for me tomorrow. Thanks, guys. Merry meet, merry part, and merry meet again.